Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you?
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm very well, sir. Thank you.
Welcome to this IELTS speaking test. Now it is the time for the test. As you know that the test will be in 3 parts: part 1, part 2, and part 3. I think you have known about this, yeah? Okay, now let's start with the first part. Okay, by the way, what is your name?
My name is Ardyan Ghaszan Syahrazie.
Okay. Does your name have any special meaning?
Of course, my name have any special meaning, but in here I forget it. I'm sorry, but I remember it. That is Syahrazie meaning. My name, first of all, from Indonesian, Arabic, or in the Middle East of Asia and India. There is a meaning of Shah, that is a title for rule of dynasty in many area country in the world, especially in Muslim area. And also Razie, that is from the first India Sultana. And the meaning of here in this case, like a leader will have charismatic and charitable person to all people.
Is your name important to you?
Of course, my name important to me because there is a gift for my parents, and beside of that, my name is important to me as my identity and also differentiate me to each other.
Okay, now can you describe your town or village to me?
About my hometown, there is South Jakarta. South Jakarta is one of 5 administrative cities in Jakarta. There are 10 districts in this South Jakarta, and the Kebayoran Baru is the center of administrative in here. South Jakarta has the highest human development index of all Jakarta's administrative cities because much middle to upper class housing and also major business centers in here. Also, as the economic center in this capital city with Sudirman Central Business District or SCBD as an economic center in Jakarta.
Tell me something about your hometown.
Tell me something about your hometown. That is Kebayoran Baru. Kebayoran Baru is a sub-district located in the city of South Jakarta and is the government center of the South Jakarta administrative city. This sub-district is mostly a residential area, although some parts of area shopping area like Block M and also a business center like SCBD. The Indonesia Stock Exchange is located in here too. In Kebayoran Baru sub-district, there is a South Jakarta City Hall building, the headquarters of South Jakarta Police, the headquarters buildings of the Attorney General Office of the Republic of Indonesia, and also as well as the Asian Secretary General building in here too.
What do you like about your hometown?
What I like about my hometown, that is in the middle of the city. It's located, so it's too easy if we can go anywhere. Also, a lot of the public sector in here too, like for health, education, government buildings, shopping facilities, and transportation. And also we can see and we can save if we out in the night, and this atmosphere of futuristic city.
In your hometown, what building is considered famous?
The considered famous building in my hometown, actually there is a lot of famous building in my hometown, like university and school, that is famous in Jakarta. But for me, that is Asian Secretary General. Why? Because that is the center of office of ASEAN unity, and because of that my hometown become famous. But besides that, we can meet many delegates from another country from ASEAN, and this area or this building usually is used for meeting of nation leader, which is to making myself more better in life, because I can see they are for all another country.
What jobs do people in your town do?
What jobs do people in your town do? Majority jobs people do in my town is working in multinational corporation or multinational company or MNC, and also work in governance sector like in the head office of some ministry in Indonesia. But there is a lot of be a businessman too.
How has your town changed over the last 20 years?
How about my hometown change over last 20 years? In the past, there are just area with not structure, and the development in this area just to build whatever it want. But over that 20 years, the development in this area more control to be built, like a location whereas the people live, the government capital, also for a business economic center. This is namely with block sub-district like block A, block M, and the others. And because of that, over the change last 20 years, there is a more structure in the infrastructure and the facilities, and also in the region of this nation.
What changes have taken place in your town in recent years?
What changes have taken place in your town in recent years? In the recent years, there is change about the more buildings, more to build in this area, and infrastructure in recent years. The residents to our life more to structure as well. Like there is a different region for the government, for the human living, and the others, and there is a more structure as well.
Do you think it is better to live in the center of town or outside in the country? Why?
Life in the center of town or outside in the country? Why? For me, that is prefer to live in the center of town. Why? Because it more too easy and connect with life, and more to bring benefits in our life. You can find more easily way if you live in the center of town.
Let's go to the second part. In this part 2, you will be given a card containing one topic. Okay? Now I'm going to give you a topic. I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make note if you wish. Okay, I hope you understand. Okay, this is the topic.
Okay, so the part 2 is internet. What is it? Internet is one of progress of revolution industry. Like we know before, it started with 3.0 industry, revolution industry 3.0. We're to using computer in mechanical engineering until now. We move to revolution industry 5.0, or this called like 5 generation 5, like 5G and the other for the internet, capacity and connection more better. So that which is to easily weigh our life in many aspect of life. That is a meaning of internet for me. When I interact internet for the first time, I interacted with the internet for the first time when I in elementary school, maybe in class 3 or 4, I forget it, and that's my first time I interact it because to communication with my parents, because my parents work and live in the outside of the country in this Indonesia for several years. So I use internet for communication to my parents, which live and work in the outside of the country in another country of Indonesia. How often do you use it on the internet? Actually, for every day I use it because need of internet in my life, but in usually not spend in hour, like we not internet holic like that. Why is it so important to you? Internet, of course, important to me because internet we can as well as live to maintain and notice ourselves in some aspect, like I said before, and yet it can improve our life to for meaning reason.
Okay, now we come to the last part, part 3. We have been talking about the internet, and I'd like to discuss with you some more general questions related to this. What is the meaning of internet to you? Do we need to interact with internet every day?
Okay, now we move in part 3 in season 3. What meaning internet and we need interact with it every day? The meaning internet in here like networking, which is to connect us to each other over the world. Also, it took to easily communicate and browse all aspects in our life. For me, we need interact it every day. We need internet interact every day because in this era like studying, working, or even just to communication, we need it and start with internet. So why we need interact with every day?
How internet affects our everyday life?
How internet affects our life every day? Of course, it more bring benefits and affects our life every day because many part of life using this internet and making us to the better life.
How effective is the use of internet in the classroom?
How effective use internet in the classroom? For me, it's worth it to use internet in the classroom because the student and the lecturers can get more information from the internet from maybe they are not even know before. Also, it took us to adaptive in this current development. Like we move to revolution industry of 5.0, so we need internet interacted every day, even in the classroom or wherever it taken place. But sometimes in here we must to discuss or give our study analysis without an internet. Why? Because there is to get and making our critical thinking. So I mean not depends on internet. So why I call this is for me it's worth it, not eventually more effective or not effective. It's worth it to use it.
Okay, thank you very much for your participation in this exam. I think that's all for the examination. Good luck. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.